Right, so today I'm going to be trying to resolve a small little issue that arose last night. I've had a small little fault with the van, whereas the injector pump belt had actually pretty much sheared the remaining teeth on the belt. The previous owner said he'd changed the cam belt, and of which he had, but it doesn't look as though the injector belt had been done. So when I had my mechanic out last night, he changed that belt. The van fired straight up again, but because we had to take the radiator out and forward, that actually must have dislodged just a little bit of dirt at the bottom of the radiator that was actually clogging a small hole. And because the radiator was pulled out into its service position and back in again, as I say, that's actually dislodged a little bit of, it must have been a little bit of rust or grit or something that was actually blocking a small little hole that I've actually got in the radiator. Now I'm probably going to get a complete replacement radiator anyway, but in the meantime, because it's a bank holiday weekend, I've still got a few bits and bobs I need to go out and do. I'm going to be trying some K Seal leak repair. Now this stuff you're supposed to be able to use in cracked head gaskets, broken radiator seals, heater core matrices, any type of stuff where it's got any sort of liquid running through it and it's got a hole or a crack. This stuff, you should just be able to add it in, get the engine up to temperature, and then this should actually block the leaks. Now it does say that it's actually a permanent solution to leaks in head gaskets and radiators and things like that. But regardless of whether it's considered a permanent seal or not, I'm still only going to be using this as a temporary measure, and I will still be getting a replacement radiator fitted when I get my cam belt changed. As I bought the full cam belt and injector belt kit, but because it was the injector belt that was the main issue that was stopping the van actually running, that got changed last night just as a quick get the van up and running job. So when the cam belt goes in for repair, I'll get a radiator fitted at the same time. So in the meantime, I'm just going to be running some of this K Seal through the system, and we'll see how it ends up. I mean, yesterday I was about to actually go out and I'd filled the coolant up to maximum, and as you can see underneath I've got a lovely little coolant puddle, and this is all came out of the there's a small little crack on the underside of the radiator. So I'll probably put the radiator into the service position just so you can see the crack itself, and hopefully I'll be able to see that this stuff does actually stop the seal. So first things first, I'll get the radiator pulled out into the service position, get the van fired up, get the coolant system filled back up, get some of this added, and we'll see what it looks like. Right, so to be able to actually get to the leak, I'm going to have to get the radiator into the service position. I've got a full video on my channel specifically just how to get the service position on the VW T4, so have a look at that video. But in the meantime, I'm just going to quickly just get this all out and into the service position, just so I can then get to where the actual leak is on the radiator, and I'll start filling this coolant pipe up and see how we get on with stopping the leak. Right, so I've got the radiator pulled forward now, so it's in its service position. Gives a hell of a lot more space just to be able to get in around the engine bay and to be able to find out exactly where the leak was coming from. Now, as I say, I did have this forward yesterday, and I found out that the leak is coming from this very, very bottom corner. Don't know how well you'll be able to make it out, but you can sort of see it's a bit of a rusty corner on there. Now, how well the K Seal will actually be able to seal this up or not, I don't know. I say it's pretty much emptied out the coolant overnight, so it's got a good leak to it, so it's going to give the K Seal a good test, put it that way. So I'm going to leave the radiator in the service position for now, get all the coolant system filled back up again, and then fire the engine up with some K Seal in and see if that stops the leak. Right, so I've just filled the coolant system up with water, and you can see where the actual leak's coming out of the bottom there. It's a good steady constant drip, so it's going to be relatively easy to find out if the K Seal does the job. It's just going to be a case of keeping an eye on this area once it's in the system, and if that stops the leak, then all jobs are good. Yeah, I've just had the engine running for a couple of minutes just to get it nice and warmed up. So now it's just going to be a case of adding the K Seal into the coolant system, just into the expansion tank, and then just leaving the engine running for another 5 to 10 minutes just to let this do its thing. And by that time it should have circulated all the way through the actual coolant system, finding any slight holes and plugging them up. Right, so there's the K Seal added into the expansion tank. So now it's just a case of sealing all back up again, firing up the engine and leaving it running for 5 to 10 minutes, and that in theory should solve any leaks. Right, so I've just fired the engine up just so it can circulate the coolant through the system. I'll pick the video back up in 5 or 10 minutes time. As I say, the system now needs to get right up to temperature, ideally with the heating controls on quite high inside as well, just so it's starting to circulate as much as possible. And as I say, as it's circulating, any of that K Seal, as soon as it hits a hole, it should start to build up around it, and then it should start to actually plug that hole up. So I say there's only one way to find out, and that's to give it a go. So I'll pick this up again in another 5 to 10 minutes after the engine's got up to temperature, and in theory the K Seal should have done its thing. Right, so as you can see, I've had the engine running for a good 10-15 minutes now, maybe even longer. It's fully up to temperature now, it's hitting the 90 mark, so that's fine. Where the leak was coming from the radiator, there's no more water dripping out of it now, but when it was dripping yesterday, it was actually dripping when the engine was off rather than when it was running. So I'm going to turn the engine off now. I'll show you the affected area, and then I'm going to leave it again another half hour to an hour with the engine off, just to make sure that the coolant level doesn't drop anymore. And if it does, then that goes to show that the K Seal should have done its job. I mean, it's looking good. I can't see any drips at the moment, but as I say, only time will tell. So I'll turn the engine off. And I say that's been running for a good 15 minutes, if not longer now. So now it's just going to be a case of checking out where the actual leak was coming from. And as I say, it was coming from this very bottom corner. It's probably going to be quite awkward to show on the camera, but right there, just where the join is on the radiator, that's where the water was actually coming out of, just in that little seal there. As you can see, my finger's coming out now, and that's bone dry. There's no water on there anymore, no coolant. As I say, that's where it was leaking from. That's where I identified it from last night, and that's where it was still leaking from this morning when I put a little bit more coolant in. As you can see now, it's absolutely bone dry. So now I'm just going to have to wait, make sure that it doesn't start leaking out anymore. Then I'll give the van a good run around, give it a good test as well. But so far so good. It's looking as though it might have done the job. But as I say, only time will tell. So I'll leave the engine off for about half an hour to an hour, pick it up then, just to make sure that there's no water starting to come out then. Right, so I've left all of the engine and the coolant system now to completely cool down. It's been sat for about an hour and a half, 2 hours now, and the coolant level itself hasn't gone down from where it was when I was running the engine. And thankfully, where it was leaking off is now still completely bone dry. So the only way to find out now is basically to run the engine, run the van for a while, and just keep an eye on the coolant level. If it doesn't go down, then it shows that the K Seal has done its job and fixed the actual leak where it was coming out at the bottom of the radiator. If it does keep going down, then obviously the K Seal hasn't done quite the full job. But as I said, the only way to find out now is to actually give it a good run, get some mileage on it, get the engine up to temperature plenty of times up and down, and just to find out whether it's actually going to hold the amount of coolant that's now in the tank or not. So I'll probably pick this video up after a week or so. I'll probably use this van now for going to Coolant to work and back, just to make sure that it's actually going to be okay. I've only got short runs to and from work, so if there are going to be any issues, I won't be doing any serious mileage and any issues flaring up on the road. But in theory, this shouldn't be. As I say, the K Seal is supposed to do a good job. It's supposed that this is what it's designed to do, to actually stop any leaks, seal any leaks up. So we'll see what the progress is like on it. I mean, either way, I'll still probably replace the radiator down the line anyway, but this is just a quick experiment with that K Seal, just to see what it's like, how good it is, how good a job it actually does. And I say, so far, the coolant level hasn't gone down, whereas yesterday, after we'd put all the radiator back in, after swapping out the injector timing belt, the coolant just drained overnight. As I was literally just watching it drip, 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 and the tank had gone from a maximum to well below the minimum in under an hour. So because I've been away for the van now for 2 hours, it's a good sign. It's showing that I might have caught it before it's got too serious or anything like that. So as I say, I'll pick this video up probably after a week or so worth of running the van, just to confirm whether it's actually done the job or not. So I've just got my T4 back from having a full major service done on it. While I was having the service done, I've had the brand new radiator fitted at the same time. I don't know how well you'll be able to make it out, but as you can see in there, that's a brand spanking new radiator. At the same time, I've had a full major service done on this as well. I've had all the belts changed, as you can see from the little bits down there. New belt, new timing belt, water pump kit, new pollen filter, air filter, new turbo pipes, all the coolants, all the oils, all the waters, everything pretty much. If it's got oil or water in it, I asked for it to be changed. At the same time, to fit a new radiator. But what can I say about the K Seal? It did the job. It certainly plugged up that little leak that was down in that bottom corner on the old radiator. It allowed me to use the van. It didn't drop any coolant at all after the K Seal had been applied as well. So I'm going to sort of like sing its praises. It certainly did what I needed it to do. It got the van up and running. It stopped the leak from getting any worse, and it actually cut the leak completely. Now I know it's advertised as a full permanent cure for water leaks and things like that, but just to be on the safe side, as I say, it's not worth the risk for the sake of the price of a new radiator. So as I say, I hope you can make it out in there. That's a brand spanking new radiator that's been fully fitted. I just don't want to have to dismantle the full front end again just to be able to show you the radiator, that's all. But as I say, one shot of K Seal certainly did its stuff. It stopped the old leak from the radiator. It allowed me to keep using the van without any fear of actual loss of coolant or anything. So yeah, it did a good job. So for the sake of less than a tenner for what the K Seal cost, if you're ever in any sort of bind or jam where you need some sort of sealant to cure up any small holes that might appear if you're out and about in the van, I can recommend the K Seal. As I say, it certainly did the job for what I needed it to do. It allowed me to continue using the van for a number of weeks until I could get it booked into the garage to have the full service, full belt swap, timing belt, cam belt, and get a brand new radiator fitted at the same time. So that's my T4 back fully up and running again, no issues. Brand new radiator, full service, full cam belt, full timing belt kit. So that's this van pretty much as good as future-proofed for the next God knows how many miles, thousands and thousands of miles. It's generally 60,000 before you're supposed to do the timing belts again. So in theory, going off the mileage that this van's doing yearly, you probably won't need another timing belt doing mileage-wise for another 10 plus years, if not more. Obviously, I know you're supposed to change them every 4 years or so, but still. So, as I say, that is this video pretty much rounded up, full roundup. And as I say, I didn't have any issues using this van while the K Seal was in it. It's obviously had a full coolant flush after the new radiator was fitted as well, so any K Seal that might have still been in the old coolant, that's all been flushed out the system now, because that's not needed anymore, not with a brand new radiator fitted anyway. So I hope you found this video useful. If you did, do give it a good old thumbs up. Have a look at my channel, there's loads of videos on there. Everything that I've done to this van is fully documented on there. I've just finished converting a Ford Connect, that's fully documented on there. I'm just about to start doing my second Daihatsu Hijet, and after that's done, I've got a VW T5 to crack on with as well. So there's loads of content on my channel already, and lots more to come as well. So give this video a good old thumbs up, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I hope to see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Cheers.